Bethesda just revealed the next Fallout game. Let's dive into the trailer and see what we can find. Hey guys, JV here, and today I'm sharing my speculation on Fallout 76. Before we get into that, just a heads up, you can find daily streams of the newest games, as well as commentaries just like this over on my Facebook page. So check the link in the description below and stay tuned for tons of awesome content. First, let's watch the entire teaser trailer for Fallout 76.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me.
But when the fighting is stopped and the fallout is settled, you must rebuild.
I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
So I'm going to be as thorough as I possibly can because there's a lot of stuff that we can kind of take away from this trailer. So first off, let's talk about the music that's playing throughout. This song is called Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver. It was released in 1971. Most of the music from Fallout games lands anywhere from 1930 to 1955, sometimes as late as 1960 if you're talking about New Vegas, for example. This music choice is different from the era that we're used to with Fallout. I think that's important. And also what's important is the references to West Virginia. This is a song about West Virginia, so maybe that gives us some insight into where this game will be set. Now we're going to go back to the beginning of the trailer and talk about this Pip-Boy. This is a very different model Pip-Boy than really we're used to. It looks almost archaic. It looks less advanced than, for example, the Pip-Boy 3000 that we're used to in Fallout 4. Let's look at this date. It's October 27th of 2102. Just to give some context, the Great War started and ended on October 23rd of 2077. To give some context for the modern Fallout games, Fallout 3 began in 2277. Fallout 4 began in 2287. So what this means is that we are in an entirely different era, just like I mentioned. This is very soon after the Great War in the grander scheme of things. Let's also talk about the model. This is much closer to what a Pip-Boy 2000 looks like. In terms of the date and the alarm little icon and all of the buttons, this is closer to what we saw in Fallout and Fallout 2 with the Pip-Boy 2000. Moving forward, we see more of this interior area. Obviously, it's a vault. We know that, bunch of Vault-Tec branding going on. A lot of the same models are from Fallout 4. So if we want to talk about what engine this game is going to be in, I would assume also because we're so close to the release of Fallout 4 that it's still that engine. We're going to pause right here because this gives us some great insight into what's going on with the context of this game. So as we can tell, this poster right here is the main focus of this scene. We've got Vault Boy in the hat saluting. We've got 1776 to 2076. That's the 400-year anniversary of the United States, obviously, or is that 300? That's 300, I can count. It says Vault-Tec salutes America, and then it says Vault 76, the official vault of the Tricentennial. So we know this is Vault 76. We're going to see more of that in the trailer, also because the name of the game is Fallout 76. But let's talk about what this vault is. The terminal in the Citadel in Fallout 3 lists Vault 76 as a control vault with 500 occupants. The vault was designed to open 20 years after a nuclear war and was among the 17 known control vaults, meaning that it was used as a baseline to compare to experimental vaults. It's also mentioned in the Fallout 3 Mothership Zeta DLC in one of the alien captive recorded vlogs by Niles Wollstonecroft, who is a Vault-Tec official. He was abducted while inspecting this vault's construction site. Of course, it's also mentioned in Fallout 4. At the very beginning, the guy on the TV mentions Vault 76 debuting in 2076 in honor of America's tercentenary when discussing Vault-Tec's plans to expand. A little more insight on control vaults. These were meant to succeed, and most of them did. The rest of the vaults, the rest of the 200 or so, were all experimental. We know this was all orchestrated by Vault-Tec. So these are supposed to succeed. Moving on, we're going to pause again in front of this television set for several reasons. First off, we see a lot of familiar characters, the Nuka-Cola mascots. We see the Vault Boy, we see Mr. Handy, those little figurines at the bottom, but most importantly, it's what we're hearing. When the fighting is stopped and the fallout is settled, you must rebuild. That's what this guy says in front of this ceremony, right in front of Vault 76. Connecting the dots here, this was a control vault. It was designed to succeed, so they very much meant that after a certain period of time after the Great War, it was supposed to open again. And as the TV guys said, they were supposed to rebuild. So this is 26 years later. Once again, 2102 is what we saw on the Pip-Boy. It'll be interesting to see the context for why it opened 26 years later and really what we're doing in this game, because at this point, we don't even know. Quick pause again. This next scene, we have a lot of awards on this shelf, so let's zoom in and read what they say. This one says Performance Award Vault Hall Monitor, so something very Vault-Tech-y. Shifting to the left, we see a toilet award. That's definitely Mimi. And then best looking hair. Looking up, we have the Outstanding Achievement Award in appreciation for your dedication and commitment to our isolation program, sacrificing many so some can live. Looking to the right, we have the Excellence in Bravery. I'm not sure you can read that text, but I'm sure it has something to do with the war. The last award on top says Annual Halloween Costume Contest First Place. None of those are individually important, but overall it tells us that this is a Vault-Tec environment. These people are living in a vault and they are abiding kind of by the vault lifestyle. And clearly we can see things are domesticated. People are living and functioning. We're gonna pause here. It looks like there's a big celebration for what they're calling Reclamation Day. We don't literally know what that means, but we can assume they're reclaiming the land, right? This is the celebration for once the vault has opened after the Great War, because again, this is 26 years after. So what does this mean? This means that these people have been in here for 26 years and they're celebrating the reopening of the vault. Or maybe it was 20 years. Maybe this stuff has been around for 6 years. We don't really know the exact context. At the end of the trailer, we see someone. The rest of this has been deserted up to this point. We have what looks to be a protagonist wearing a Vault 76 suit, and that same narrator says, "In Vault 76, our future begins." Now let's talk about some additional observations. First off, that's the only person we see. Second off, there are no weapons of any kind. It's very domestic. That's pretty much the feeling. It's a celebration. There's no war. There's no dread. There's no feeling that we usually have from Fallout. The files on Bethesda's press site refer to this game by the codename Mountain, which may refer to where it's taking place, or maybe it's near the Appalachian Mountains, which would be West Virginia, in accordance with John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads that's playing in the trailer. Kotaku's Jason Schreier has reported that this game is under development at both Bethesda Game Studios' main office in Maryland and at the Austin office formerly known as Battlecry Studios. As you guys know, Battlecry was a hero shooter that Bethesda canceled recently. Most importantly, though, he says we hear it's an online game of some sort. Online game. We don't know what that means. Fallout has traditionally been single player with no multiplayer or online components save for mods. So as I'm recording this video, this is literally everything that we know, just from watching the trailer, from little bits of news and articles. Again, this is only an hour after it aired. So now I'm gonna dive deep into speculation. What could this game be? What could we be doing? First of all, very clearly, this is gonna be a spin-off. This is not set in an era that we're used to, so it's gonna provide a unique setting, I'm sure. I'm not even sure we're going to be going outside of the vault. That would be really interesting to have kind of a side story where we're only inside of a vault. Now, is that something I want? No, not particularly. I would like to go outside. I would like to explore. I would like this to be a fully fleshed out spinoff. Is this going to be a $60 spinoff? Is this going to be $30? What is this going to be? We're not sure. Let's talk about the setting. Assuming for a moment that, the codename Mountain is correct and the hint of West Virginia is correct and we're going to be set in the Appalachian Mountains, this is what the Appalachian Mountains are. They stretch from Mississippi and Alabama all the way up through Maine. In Fallout lore, this is what is considered the Eastern Commonwealth, pretty much. It's one of the 13 Commonwealths created in 1969, comprised of West Virginia, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. It's very important to note that in Bethesda's canon, not the Fallout Bible, not Chris Avalon, not before Fallout 3, but Bethesda's Fallout, in their canon, West Virginia is not mentioned at all. We don't know anything about it. Same goes with Vault 76. It's only been mentioned twice, and both of them were in Bethesda's Fallouts, Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. So again, if we're to assume that this is set in West Virginia in the Appalachian Mountains, in that region, then it gives Bethesda an opportunity to carve out their own new story. Write something completely new that we've never seen before that coexists within this universe and this timeline. And for me, that prospect is extremely exciting. I am so ready for something new in the Fallout universe. The final main topic I want to touch on is what kind of game is this going to be? I think that's the most important question. We kind of have an idea of the setting from all of these clues, but how is this going to play? What does online game mean for Fallout? The only thing that worries me about this is that we don't see anything outside. It does make me think that we're going to stay inside this vault, and I would be okay with that. I would be okay with a story-focused, different kind of Fallout game that's, unique to what we've ever seen before. However, I would love to go outside. I would love to explore the Appalachian Mountains. I would love for this to be a fully fleshed out retail product, but I think there's a possibility that it may not be. This is a completely different studio, so the comparison may not make any sense, but maybe this is a Dishonored Death of the Outsider type of spin-off, an Uncharted Lost Legacy, a side story that complements the overall universe, but doesn't act as a mainline game. Maybe it's an opportunity for Bethesda to dip their toes into the online space. Maybe we have connected vaults. Maybe we will be able to play with each other, invite other vault members into our vaults. We have no idea what online could mean for this game. Let's go in the opposite direction for a second. Let's blow this out and assume that it is a fully fledged Bethesda Fallout game. We're going to explore a region that's never been touched on in Bethesda's canon lore before. We're going to go around the Appalachian Mountains. Perhaps we're going to rebuild society through some kind of hopefully better settlement system in this game compared to Fallout 4. Taking it a step further, maybe we could play this entire thing co-op. We can invite our friends and explore together. I know a lot of people want Fallout to be a co-op experience. Maybe this is an opportunity for Bethesda to test that out, see how it works, and then adapt moving forward for the next mainline Fallout game. Overall, I think this reveal is very exciting. This is a new Fallout game. It's not Fallout 3 Anniversary. It's not a port. It's very much what I expected in terms of expectations for what they did, what they teased us with, a 24-hour stream. Some people thought it was going to be disappointing in the end, and I think this surpassed a lot of expectations. It's a new Fallout game. So I'm very excited to learn more about the game. Fortunately, I will be attending Bethesda's E3 press conference this year. So I'll be live tweeting it. I'll be sharing my hands-on reactions on Fallout 76 when more is revealed at Bethesda's E3. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. In the comment section below, tell me what you think Fallout 76 is. The setting, the type of game, the online component. Tell me all of your speculative thoughts right now. Share them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more commentaries just like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.